Welcome to the Turnpike Sports Pro Football Show. Doug Weischadle here with Dave Weischadle. We're here every week during the NFL season, regular season, playoffs, all the way through the Super Bowl, talking about the NFL. We're actually doing some analysis. We actually do our picks. We do a whole bunch of different things each and every week, looking at the NFL during each and every season. This is our 9th season doing this.
Is it really?
Yes,
it is.
I did
not know that.
I just realized that. And here we are. This NFL season is speeding by. We're in week 6 of the NFL regular season, seeing a lot of really weird things happen, I guess you can put it.
It's been interesting.
I noticed two trends, or actually two things I want to hit before we get into the Wha Happened section here.
All right, okay.
Week 5.
Yeah.
Tied the record for most double-digit comebacks. This happened 84, 90, 99, 2002, 2011, 2013. The other thing I've been noticing, and maybe it's just me that I've been paying more attention to some of these, why are we seeing so many fumbles inside the 5-yard line when teams are driving?
I don't know.
It's been kind of a weird trend that I've been seeing. Each and every week we see something like that.
I don't know. Look, in football, you're always taught hit the ball or grab the ball, and I don't know what's going on. I have no idea. There are drills that coaches from high school to the pro level do to protect the football, and I don't know what's happening.
I mean, I've seen it 2 weeks in a row with the Jets. We saw Arizona. Arizona didn't have it punched out. The guy just dropped the ball as he was crossing the goal line. Got reamed by his coach.
Yeah, that was
uncalled for. I mean, I understand being angry.
Yeah, you got it.
He did apologize to the player afterwards. So.
Look, on the sidelines, there are cameras everywhere. I mean, that's something you should probably handle inside the locker room if you want to talk to a person like that. Or well, first off, you probably shouldn't talk to a person like that. But coaches always do, so everyone has their own style. So. So that was unfortunate. So.
And again, it was heat of the moment. It probably would have been best for an assistant coach to keep the head coach away from the player, because that actually, and you have to look at that game in particular. That didn't change the game really, because they were still up 2 scores after that winning the drive afterwards. So that's on the coach. The coach got rattled, I think, more than the player, because that team did not look right after that play happened. After he yelled at the player. Yeah. Bad mistakes all around for that.
Yep.
But here we are. We're moving into week 6. Why don't we look back at week 5 and see what happened?
Hey, what happened?
Starting off on week 5 here, looking back, we've got some team stats to talk about. We've got the Ravens. I never thought I'd be saying this about the Ravens playing so poorly.
Well, injuries are a big part of that too. I mean, it's not an excuse. It's just an explanation of what's happening. So,
First team in the Super Bowl era to allow 37 or more points in 4 of their first 5 games.
Yeah,
they've allowed 35 or more points in 4 games, most such games in a season in team history too. Speaking of the Baltimore game, we had the Houston Texans beating them. First game they've won in Baltimore in franchise history. I did not know that.
By the way, that was one of my last week's games, so way to go.
Yeah, there you go.
That was the one I felt most confident in, because Houston was just running away with it.
Yeah. The Giants, New York Giants, first team to commit a turnover on 5 consecutive possessions in a game since the Jets.
Yeah,
in week 3 of the 2016 season.
The Giants, at one point, it was the Giants up 14-3, and I guess that was one of those comeback, double-digit comebacks that you're talking about. But boy, that was a kick in the groin for the Giants fans.
Well, I have to admit, turning the ball over 5 straight possessions, that will change a game. The Cardinals, first team since the 1970 merger to lose on walk-off field goals as time expires in 3 consecutive games.
Yeah, they have to have something just to get over that hump.
Yes.
I mean, you talked about the coach yelling at them. That's a sign of frustration. Yeah. I mean, that's what's happening right there.
Going over to the other New York team now, which sets some dubious history for everybody here. First thing first, the Jets, with that loss, became the first team in NFL history to start 0-5 with 0 takeaways.
Wow. Okay.
The other bad news for
one of the reasons why they're 0-5 is 0 takeaways.
Well, that's one of the reasons. And also
one of many, many, many reasons.
Yes. Well, and also it is that every time they've been driving, they turn the ball over with inside the 5-yard line. That changes the entire team's emotional status.
Last week, they weren't even competitive against the
Well,
Cowboys.
they were until that fumble. Until that fumble.
It was just terrible.
And now that the Jets are 0-5, we have...
And it doesn't get better because don't they play in London against Denver?
Yes.
So...
But now the Jets being 0-5, the worst start to a coaching tenure in the franchise history.
Sure.
Before Glenn, only Lou Holtz and Adam Gase shared the distinction of being 0-4. I think we talked about that last week.
Yeah.
According to the ESPN research, and I got to give them credit for this, since 2000, 20 first-time head coaches have started 0-4.
Mm-hmm.
Of those 20, only 4 have reached the playoffs with that team.
Okay.
Of those remaining 4, just 2 made multiple playoff appearances.
Mm-hmm.
So we're seeing a lot of history being made in the wrong direction for my Jets.
Yeah.
So good showing there. I always love doing that.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's we got some more stats for individual players. Let's see what happened.
What happened?
We're going to start off with the Rams wide receiver Puka Nacua.
Really,
I just love saying the name.
I think he's an amazing receiver,
Yes.
and I think he means so much to the Rams. So
4th player in NFL history to have 7 or more receptions in at least 9 consecutive games.
Mm-hmm.
He has 52 catches. That's the most in league history over a player's first 5 games. So setting records everywhere.
So when you talk about a go-to receiver, I mean, Puka's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Over in the Cowboys win over the Jets, we had Javonte Williams becoming the 5th Cowboys player with 5+ rushing touchdowns in the team's first 5 games of a season. Good company. Ezekiel Elliott, DeMarco Murray. I keep forgetting about DeMarco Murray. He was a damn good back.
Yeah, then he went to the Eagles, and nothing really happened with that.
Then you have Emmitt Smith and Calvin Hill.
Yep, yeah.
Going down to Tampa Bay, the rookie receiver Ibuka, 4th player in the Super Bowl era to record 20 or more receptions, 400 or more receiving yards, and 5 or more receiving touchdowns in their first 5 career games.
Wow. Okay.
Jamar Chase, Terry McLaurin, and Randy Moss are the only ones who have ever done that.
Yep.
And we have Jaden Daniels over at the Commanders. Became the first player in NFL history with 4,000 or more passing yards, 1,000 or more rushing yards in their first 20 career games. No one else has done that.
Really incredible game against the Chargers. Who I went with the. I'm not going with the Chargers anymore. I say that, but I don't.
Oh, I'm sure you got a Chargers game loaded up for
God, the last
soon,
2 games against the Chargers lose against the Giants, and then they. Well, first of all, Washington's a very good team, so Jaden Daniels was really great against the Chargers, and the Chargers did not show up.
And last but not least, here we have the surprise team of the season so far. I'm still not buying into the Jaguars yet, but the Jacksonville Jaguars have been playing extremely well.
Yeah. So you consider them your surprise team of the year? Because
in a good
for me,
way.
I think the Colts are.
No one expected anything from the Jaguars at all.
I guess so, but they had everyone knew what to expect from the Jaguars quarterback, and he was a good player.
Yep.
But you just didn't know Daniel Jones going to Indianapolis Colts, and Danny Dimes is living up to his nickname.
See,
so.
I have never counted the Colts out over the last couple of seasons because they've always put together a solid team. They've just never been spectacular. But here we have Jag coming out of nowhere. No one expected the Jaguars. And they had, they're living off takeaways. And here we have another one that actually did some history here. We've got Devin Lloyd's 99-yard interception return for a touchdown, longest defensive score in Jaguars history.
Wow, okay.
Longest pick 6 by a linebacker in NFL regular season history.
Wow, okay.
That's an incredible stat right there. I would have thought we would have had something like that.
I got to look back at the highlights because I remember one Thanksgiving, Lawrence Taylor picked off. I don't know who he picked off.
94 yards.
What, that was 94 yards?
94.
Okay, that was the one I was thinking of. So,
no, it was 94.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's how old I am.
Yes.
Didn't Lawrence Taylor do that on Thanksgiving Day against the Lions? So.
Well, we got one more thing to do in the What Happened segment before we go to break, and it's just talk about us before getting into our picks.
Hey, what happened?
Not much to really talk about here for us. We both went 2-1. You still got a 1-game lead on me on the season.
Okay.
So I'll be honest with you. That Arizona game, I thought I had that Arizona game. I watched all the way up before that fumble. I thought they were going to win that.
Yeah, no, they jumped out, and again, that's part of the frustration you saw with the coach yelling and stuff like that. So, but no, I went with the Chargers. That was my one loss. The Chargers. I thought the Chargers were going to play a lot better. They were playing home, and Washington slapped them around a bit.
I'll tell you, the Chargers are such a mystery team to me. I can't figure them out. They should be better than what they are.
The first couple games, they look like world beaters, and now then the Giants came and beat them, and then the Washington came and beat. It's just unbelievable.
It's just crazy. But anyway, that's the look back on week 5.
We're both 2-1,
yes.
right? All right.
That's the look back on week 5. We're going to be moving into week 6 with our analysis and picks for the 3 games each. We'll be right back. Turnpike Sports Pro Football Show back after this.
In a moment of need, every second counts. So first responders, delivery drivers, and visitors can find your home fast, even in the dark. This is about more than just a number. It's about safety, visibility, and peace of mind. We created a house number that is not only a beacon of safety, but also a work of art. Crafted from durable stainless steel and waterproof acrylic, with efficient, low-voltage LED backlighting, it's uniquely yours. Choose from 6 sizes, 4 fonts, and 6 colors, and match your home's mood with bright, neutral, or warm white halo lighting. Add dusk to dawn, dimming and timing controls for complete command.
Every order includes free worldwide shipping, plus a 2-year warranty on lighted numbers and all powering accessories.
This is the ultimate home upgrade. A perfect blend of style, quality, and function.
Buy yours today.
Smoked cocktails have never been easier to make thanks to our Halo Drink Smoker. Simply place the cocktail smoker on your glass, light the wood chips until they start to smoke, and then top it off with the lid to infuse your drink with a delicious, new, smoky flavor.
Hey, Dave Weischadle from Turnpike Sports. I just got my dugout mug delivered, and I am loving it. Dugout mugs are mugs made out of baseball bats, and they are officially licensed by Major League Baseball, so you can get your favorite baseball team's logo on your mug. Just think of it, enjoying your favorite drink while watching your favorite baseball team with your team's logo on your mug made from a baseball bat. They can even make customized mugs. Check out the mug they made for Turnpike Sports. I mean, just look at that. That looks awesome. I've never seen anything like them. If you go to dugoutmugs.com, you'll find out they even make more things than mugs. They have baseball board games, grilling equipment made from baseball bats. They even have a section for gifts for under $30. Head on over to dugoutmugs.com because if you're a baseball fan or need a gift for a baseball fan, you have to check out Dugout Mugs. And use our promo code PIKE at checkout to get 20% off your purchase price. That's promo code PIKE, P-I-K-E. Also, free shipping with orders over $99. You can't beat that. DugoutMugs.com. That's my go-to place if I need a gift for a baseball fan. Well, if you excuse me now, the game is about to go on, and the wind is just right for drinking.
Rated in the best hearing aids of 2024, the Audien Atom 2 series offers superior sound quality and functionality for a fraction of the price. For just $189 a pair, the Atom 2 features 4 different hearing modes for all types of hearing loss. It packs crystal clear sound, a nearly invisible design, and is even rechargeable.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aids. They're so comfortable, I forget I'm wearing them. And the sound is amazing.
The Atom Pro 2 is our smallest hearing aid yet, featuring advanced background noise cancellation, and is the world's first hearing aid with built-in UV cleaning that kills 99% of bacteria.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed without seeing a doctor or having a hearing test.
Join over 500,000 happy customers today and get the hearing you deserve.
Call 1-800-457-0924 or go to audienhearing.com to get your pair of Audien hearing aids starting at just $189.
Welcome back. Turnpike Sports Pro Football Show. Doug Weischadle here with Dave Weischadle. We just did our look back at Week 5. We're moving ahead in the calendar to Week 6 here, where we do our picks and analysis. We do 3 games each, totals and point spreads. We do not do money lines for this. We play against each other. We're doing all season long. Like we said at the end of the previous segment, Dave has a 1-game lead on me for the season. We both went 2-1 last week. Hopefully, we continue going in the right direction.
Yeah.
I had a couple of really bad weeks and
I'm
before
only,
my 2-1.
I'm only 1 game ahead of you, so I'm not like lighting the world on fire here.
But like I said, we play 3 games each against each other, keep records of what we're doing here. We use Caesar Sportsbook midweek lines here, and we're going to be using them again this week. As always, Caesars.com/sportsbook-n-casino. Use our promo code PIKE20X. Let me do the read for you in the proper manner here, because I always seem to skip over doing the proper read here. So, football is back, and Caesars is game day ready with a great offer for new customers. Place your first bet of $1 or more and instantly get 100% profit boost up to $25 max bet per boost. Register today at Caesars Sportsbook. Go to Caesars.com/sportsbook-n-casino. Keep on an extra end in there. Caesars.com/sportsbook-n-casino. Use our promo code PIKE20X, and you'll receive that new customer offer for the regular season here for the football. Terms and conditions apply. 21 and older. Gambling problem, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER, 800-426-2573. That text line is actually kind of new to this.
Yeah, it's pretty new. I don't think I've ever had to say that, but I guess I have to say it now when I do my reads. So,
but
okay.
Here we are, midweek lines for Caesar Sportsbook. Let's get to the games. Here's game number 1. First game of the week for me, the Cleveland Browns at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Pittsburgh favored by 5.5 points. There's an over-under of 38.5. Cleveland's coming back in the United States to play the AFC South leading Pittsburgh Steelers. That sounds so weird to say right now. Who come into the game fresh off a bye. Browns are 2-9 against the spread in their last 11 games, 0-7 against the spread in their last 7 road games, and even worse, they're 1-19 straight up in their last 20 games in Pittsburgh. Mm-hmm. Let's also add into the mix, we've got a brand new quarterback doing his second professional game over at Cleveland. They just jettisoned Flacco to Cincinnati. But this is, I believe his name is Dylan Gabbert.
Yep.
Dylan Gabriel. This is his second professional start. He played in London last week. This is going to be number 2. Wow. Where do you begin with this? You got to look at the other side more so than the Cleveland side. Aaron Rodgers, while he's playing well for what he is, a 40-year-old quarterback, blah blah blah, he's still able to throw that ball around. He's struggling under pressure this season, and right now he's got to face Myles Garrett coming in with this game here. You got to look at the way Cleveland's been playing over the last couple of weeks. I really like the way the defense has been playing. Again, the offense is the question mark. We'll see where Gabriel takes them again this week, but I really think maybe, with this defense that Cleveland has, this could actually be closer than what people think it's going to be. I'm going Cleveland plus 5.5.
Ooh, interesting. My first game is Arizona Cardinals at Indianapolis Colts, who are favored by 6.5 with an over-under of 47.5. I've been impressed with the way the Colts have been playing this year, and keeping it and flipping it to the other side, the Arizona Cardinals are an absolute mess. The Cardinals have lost 5 of their last 6 road games and failed to cover the spread in each of their last 3 Week 6 games. Meanwhile, the Colts have won each of their last 10 games as home favorites against opponents on a losing streak, which the Cardinals are definitely on. And also, the Colts have covered the spread in each of their last 5 games in October. Danny Dimes, Indiana Jones, whatever you call him, he's going to lead the Colts to another victory, and I think he's going to cover the spread as well. So I'm taking the Indianapolis Colts and laying the 6.5 points.
Okay, that's first game. Let's head on over to the second game of the week. Second game of the week for me, the Seattle Seahawks at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jacksonville's favored by 1.5 points. There's an over-under of 46.5. Jacksonville comes into the game on a 3-game winning streak, while Seattle enters this game having their 3-game winning streak broken last week. So these are streaky teams. Jaguars are 4-1 against the spread and 3-0 against the spread at home this season. 4-1 overall. They've been winning the turnover battle. They got a lucky stumble touchdown from Trevor Lawrence on Monday night to beat the Chiefs. The Seahawks here are 2-0 against the spread on the road this season. So kind of an interesting matchup here. Both are two of the higher scoring teams in the league right now through the first 5 weeks. But it's the defenses that have the problems here. We've got the Jaguars giving up 21 and 28 in the last 2 weeks, while Seattle's given up 20 and 38 in the last 2 games as well. Both defenses have been kind of porous. Mm-hmm. I think with both teams being able to score a lot of points, the defenses all question marks, this could be a fun game to watch in terms of offensive output, but I also think it could come down to the final possession. That's why I'm going Seattle plus 1.5.
All right, my next game is the Tennessee Titans at the Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders are favored by 4.5 points and an over-under of 41.5. I was very impressed with the Titans last week when they beat the Arizona Cardinals. They headed into halftime 21-6 and came away with the victory. Again, it's the Cardinals. I think I'm overreacting with the Cardinals, how bad they are, what a dumpster fire they are. Now, I get it why the Raiders are favored, but I'm not sure why they're favored by 4.5 points. The Raiders have lost each of their last 7 games in October and have failed to cover their spread in each of their last 5 games following a road loss. And speaking of road teams, the road team has covered the spread in 5 of the Titans' last 6 games. Also, the Titans have won 6 of their last 8 October games as underdogs against AFC opponents. How about that one? I love that. I love those little crazy trends that are out there. Look, the Titans may not win this, but I think they're going to cover it. I mean, yeah, I get why the Raiders are favored. They're home, but 4.5, that's a little too much. I think the Titans will cover it.
All right, let's head on over to the last game of the week. Last game of the week for me, the Los Angeles Rams, not the Chargers. I am not touching the Chargers for quite a while.
No, I am shell-shocked with the Chargers now.
The Los Angeles Rams at the Baltimore Ravens. The Rams are favored by 7.5 points in this game. There's an over-under of 44.5. Baltimore's been struggling lately, and I'm being nice by saying just struggling. They have been terrible lately, defensively specifically. They're
very injured team.
That's okay.
So, yeah.
You still got to play.
Yeah, I understand.
Yep. They've gone 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 games. The Rams, however, come in. They're 7-1 against the spread in their last 8 road games. They're 6-0 against the spread in their last 6 games versus AFC opponents. They also have the potential Offensive Player of the Year playing for him, Puka Nacua. Mm-hmm. I just love saying that name. Yep. Leading the NFL with 52 receptions and 588 yards. The Ravens' defense, I don't even recognize this defense. And yes, we just said injuries, yes. But still, I don't recognize anything about this Ravens defense like it has been in previous years. They've dealt with injuries in the past. Maybe it's just too much right now for this team in terms of the defense. But you also got to look at the offensive side for Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, at the time we're taping this, has been dealing with an injury, and he may or may not play in the game. Mm-hmm. So I think, with the...
Look, even if he plays, he's not 100%. No. So I think we can all agree with that.
But I think if you look at the offense of the Rams, regardless of who the quarterback is, I think you got to look at the two offenses. Both actually can score a lot. And even if the Ravens aren't able to find the end zone on a consistent basis, the Rams will. The over right now is 6-0 in the Ravens the Ravens' last 6 games. So I'm thinking Los Angeles with that offense, Baltimore with that defense. I'm going to do my first over of the year. Oh. Los Angeles, Baltimore over 44.5.
Well, my last game, I'm going overseas. It's the Denver Broncos, who are favored by 7.5 points at the New York Jets with an over-under 43.5. I'm saying at New York Jets. They're technically the home team, but they're not. But
it's an away game for both.
This should be a very interesting game. Look, the Denver Broncos have a very good defense, and I'm thinking Justin Fields, that he's going to have to scramble early and often, which probably, I think, is a good thing for the Jets. And I think that could translate into points. So you mentioned the over in your game, so I'm going to mention the over in this game. 9 of the Jets' last 10 games following a loss have gone over the total points line. Well, let's stick with the over. Each of the Broncos' last 7 games as favorites following a win have also gone over the total points line. I think this game is going to be a lot closer than a lot of people think, and I think we're going to have a lot more points scored than a lot of people think, and I actually expect to see more points than the 43.5 points that the books put on this game. So going overseas, and I'm taking a Jets game, but I'm going over.
Not a bad choice. I looked at that game too, but no, I just can't. I can't pull the trigger on the Jets right now.
There's a lot of points scored in Jets games, whether it's the Jets scoring the points or their opponents scoring the points,
or the Jets scoring in garbage time too.
I mean, look, the Cowboys and the Jets, that was a high scoring game. So I think,
but you got to look at the time when they're doing it. I mean, as a Jets fan, I don't like the garbage time.
If I'm putting money on the over, guess what? I don't care when those points come.
All right, those are our 3 games. We'll be right back after this to recap our picks and close out the show. Turnpike Sports Pro Football Show, back after this.
Sign up at jackpot.com and you can bet on the world's best lotteries where the biggest jackpots are up for grabs. Powerball, Mega Millions, some of the biggest lotteries can be found at jackpot.com. Simply choose your lotto game, pick your numbers, or use their quick pick feature, and you're done. Sign up at jackpot.com with code DRAW24 and get a free lottery ticket with your first deposit. Jackpot.com, it's the world of lotto in your hand.
Terms and conditions apply. You must be at least 18 years old and in the United States to play. Void where prohibited. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Welcome back to the Turnpike Sports Pro Football Show. Doug Weischadle here with Dave Weischadle. We just finished our Week 6 picks. We did 3 games each. Totals and spreads, no money lines. We use Caesars Sportsbook midweek lines, so please check the lines before you go ahead and place a bet after hearing our picks. Always bet responsibly, bet with your head, not with your heart. And we're going to finish up here with our recap of our picks. Why don't you go ahead?
Okay, I'm taking the Indianapolis Colts laying the 6.5 points against the Arizona Cardinals. I'm taking the underdog Tennessee Titans. You know, they might not win, but I think they're going to cover the 4.5 points against the Las Vegas Raiders. And I'm taking the over 43.5 points in the Denver Broncos New York Jets game.
I did the underdog Cleveland Browns plus 5.5 against the Steelers. Did the underdog Seattle Seahawks plus 1.5 against Jacksonville Jaguars. And I did the over 44.5 in the LA Rams Baltimore games. Those are our 3 picks each. They will be put up on the blog, turnpikesports.us. Click on the blog button. You'll see our Week 6 picks in print form there. Feel free to comment there. Feel free to comment on our social media. We've got Turnpike Bets and Turnpike Sports, both on X. We have Turnpike Sports on Facebook, Turnpike Sports Radio on Instagram, and also our email address. Feel free to reach out to us there, info@turnpikesportsradio.com. Again, Week 6 picks are up on the blog after this show is released.
And that'll do it for us this week. We'll see you next time on the Turnpike. Good luck, everyone.